Hi, welcome to DIY Donna. I'm Donna. Of course, today is the What Would You Make collab. The host is Rustic and Lace DIY, Brenda. Host, Divine Design, Christina. Guest host, Joanne's DIY Life with Miss Joanne. Go visit their channels, and their channels will be linked below. Also, the playlist will also be linked below in my description box. Please go over and watch the playlist. We all do different things, and everyone is the sweetest group of ladies and gentlemen you ever want to interact with. And they are all very brilliant, if I could talk right today. Okay, so today, if you all remember last month's wooden challenge, we redone the Vanity. Okay, so I am still working on that Vanity because remember I was going to come home because I forgot my decals, and I do have it upside or sideways, and I do got to touch up on some of the paint. I am seriously thinking about redoing the gold. I am seriously thinking about trimming it in purple just because it is a little girl Vanity, a 3-year-old. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. I think the gold is too much of an adult. So I said that there was going to be a part 2 because we got to make a bitch to go with that. So I decided that because I cannot find any pink velvet type material. I did get this from the Dollar Tree, and I think white would work just fine. And what we're going to do is I got this wood round at Hobby Lobby. You see my haul. It was $10 originally because it is actually a plant stand. And I said, what perfect markings for the legs to go on. Speaking of legs, you will also need some kind of wood material that you could use for legs. Now, I am going to be using the not Dollar Tree, but Dollar General's stakes, I believe. That these where they come from, maybe not, but I have a stack pile of wood, and I figured we could do something with these scrap pieces I have. I'm going to be using my table saw, which is right behind it. Actually, my miner saw, not table, my miner saw. To be cutting these, and I done got the link from this one, and yes, there is nicks, so I'm going to be not using this piece, but I am going to be using it for the guy to cut. I could get 3 legs, maybe 2 out of the middle section of this one, and then we could cut the ends off on this one and get a couple as well, because this is the length we need, and I will measure so we can know exactly the length we're going to be putting this on. Let me turn my tape measure the right way. So we're looking at 9 feet. So that's our measuring for that is 9 feet from ground up. So you could use even the cutting board from the Dollar Tree. That's what I was going to use from the get-go, because these vanities are for younger little girls, like 3, 4, 5 years old. So I am going to be using this. So the first thing we're going to do, we don't have to sand this or paint it, because, well, I think I will sand it, because I just got poked with a loose piece of wood. So I'm going to sand it up so we can smooth it, and I will be using a sanding block, I believe, and maybe a piece of sandpaper, whichever one I got in my bag, which I don't think I have either in my bag anymore. Okay, we will come right back on, show how I'm going to be sanding at the beginning, and then we are going to be working on this first, so we'll come back on. Okay, so I'm just going to use this sanding block from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take it all the way around this wood round, and I'm also going to hit it on the top just to smooth it out, because I don't want her getting a splinter or anything. So we're going to do that first, and then we will add some glue, and I'm going to put some pillow stuffing. It's from an old pillow. Anyhow, it's cheaper than getting the bag of that polyfill. So anyhow, I'm going to finish sanding this up, and then I will come back on and show you the next step. Okay, you may hear some chickens in the background, and if you do, I apologize. My neighbors has got chickens. But anyhow, the next step is we're going to add some tacky glue, and we're going to take a paintbrush to put it on. And once we get it all, spread out, I'm going to lay the pillow stuffing on top, level it, make sure it's even, and then we're going to, we can actually start doing this part now. So you're wanting to lay out your material, okay? And then take our staple gun. Didn't go down all the way. We're going to pull it. And then we're going to leave this side open. And I did take my okay, so see, we've already started to staple it. So now I left the opening, and we could take our fan brush and put the glue all the way to the end, rub it. Let me get it while I'm acting like I got glue on my brush now. And let me see if this one is, it will come out of the top so I don't have to. There we go, we got a hole in there. Now we're going to take our fan brush here. I didn't cut you guys. Give me 1 second. I always think I'm prepared, and I'm really not. Hopefully we will delete this part. Got some. I have never seen the one that I had to cut that much off to get to the tacky glue. Is very, very tacky. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just put it there at the bottom, and I'm going to hold it open just because I don't want my material to stick to it. Come on, glue. And this is why I stuck down the paper today on my table. That and the heat anyway is actually pulling up my glue from my paper. So, alright, now we got half of it glued. Now I'm going to take some of the it's like in a little round circle right now, so it's all one height here, so maybe I could just get away with using that piece. Now I'm going to push it all over the corners here, make sure it gets to the edge of it. Okay. Now we've got a, alright, it's sticking where I want it to. Now instead of putting it, oh, excuse my glue. Alright. I'm going to come all the way to the edge with that. Okay, so I have it glued down now. I'm just going to trim it up. And then I'm going to finish stapling it after I give this one good haircut here. I'm going to make sure, yeah, it should stick quite well. Alright, now we're going to pull our material back down, and I'm just trying to make sure that it's even. Alright, let's finish getting this stapled down so we can actually pull it apart and everything. Not pull it apart, but pull it together, and then we will cut it up. So you don't see me start stapling it, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll come back on here. Okay, you guys, so those staplers are literally going straight through my fabric and ripping my fabric. So what I decided to do is I'm going to use another stapler. I'm going to use my Heart stapler and see if that would work a lot better. So we're going to give it a try. Let's see. I'm banging the staple down. And I'm also on the corners, I am on the back of the round, I am adding tacky glue to it as well. That way it will stay if the staples happen to come out, which they're down there in the wood. I had to use my removal to get it, but pull them up out of there. And I do apologize for the noise. Oh, I shortened myself. It's okay. I got it. I'm going to pull it. Let me put tacky glue here. That side, the staple was holding it quite well, but now I don't know. I'm going to have to check it here in a minute as soon as I pull this material. Now I'm going to pull it as tightly as possible. And then I'm going to take the stapler. Another one right there. Same thing with this side. I'm going to go ahead and pull it. And the tacky glue is already down right there, so I'm going to put another staple in it. And now we're going to finish it up here. And then I am going to check on those other staplers and see what they're doing now. Okay, you guys, we're at the next step. We're going to cut the legs, and then we'll come back on and I'll show you the step after that. You guys, we cut the legs, I dusted them off, and now we are going to paint them with the same paint as we painted the Vanity. Now, I'm going to have Maya open this. He is holding the camera, so we will be right back on after these dry. So, as far as painting it goes, you don't have to paint the bottom or the top. The top is because of the glue, and the bottom is because it's going to be on the ground. So you could do it if you like on the bottom, but please don't do it on the top because it will stop your glue from working. Right now we're only going to do 3 sides so we could get these 3 sides dry, and then I will flip it over and we will do the other side. It is time to glue our legs on. They are completely dry. Now I'm going to be completely honest. The Dollar Tree, oh no, never mind, that's where we put the glue. Okay, never mind, I thought it, well, it actually is.
Yeah.
The material from stretching it, so get your material from somewhere else besides the Dollar Tree. Okay, anyway, we're going to put the legs on, and the beat up parts I'm going to put on the inside of them and up towards the top. That way nobody is seeing those. We are using the wood glue from the Dollar Tree. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is literally put them on. And like I told you guys early on the video, I'm going to use these as my guide of where we're actually going to glue the legs. And that's why I am putting them on the platform before we actually glue. Like this one, I'm going to kind of move back. And once we glue that first one on, we could actually, I'm eyeballing it. And to be honest, that right there looks good to me. So I'm going to put my wood glue. Make sure my pieces are the way I want it. And we're going to push it down. Don't worry about the glue coming out. That will be hid, well hid. Or you could take your napkin and clean it up. About there. And then I'm going to move it a little bit. And sorry if the camera's moving around a lot. Maya has got the camera in his hand. We haven't done that since we began. So he's a little shaky. Sorry if I got kind of loud because I'm actually hanging my face over the camera just so I was able to see. Okay, see how I'm, looking at it? You got a little work time that you can move it around if needed to be. And I really wasn't trying to, make a whole lot of mess with the glue. Up there, squeeze it in. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to let this dry for a couple hours, and then we're going to come back, nail in our staplers, our staplers, a little bit more down into the wood, and then you guys, the whole project, including the vanity, will be done. So, with that being said, we will be back on as soon as the wood glue dries. Okay, you guys, it is done. I staged it with the vanity so you can see what it looks like with the vanity. Now don't forget, this is What Would You Make? Host, Rustic and Lace, DIY. That's Brenda. Guest host, Joanne's DIY Life. Host, Divine Designs, Christina. The playlist is in the description box below. Please go watch all the talent ladies over there. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Share this video out. The only thing them two things do is help our channel grow. Don't forget to follow us over on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We will see you in our next one. Bye for now.